Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. I wanted to have a quick talk and introduce the Carbine lever knob set. And for part numbers on this, we have SL7000 or SL7030 for privacy. Alright, so let's go through and take you through. Difference in these locks right here, as you can see, the colour. One is satin chrome, one is polished brass, also available in chrome plate and AC, which is like a brown finish. The part numbers would be slightly different for that. We have, on this side we have entrance, and on this side we have a privacy. So I'll take you through. If you're buying a passage, it's going to be the exact same thing. The only difference is it's not going to have a key, it's not going to have a button on the other side. Okay, so you've got entrance, privacy, passage. They're the most common ones out of this range. Alright, so let's have a look at the entrance set to start with. One of the reasons I like the Carbine lock so much is because when there was a fault with the lock, the manufacturer went away straight away and fixed it. There was a fault originally with the cylinders where there was a bypass method. Other brands had the exact same problem. They didn't fix it, but Carbine went away and fixed it straight away, which means that the lock is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. To start with, it's a Tiebolt, so you have a square drive in the middle. It takes a 54mm hole, which is the hole here. The latch is adjustable, so you can do a 60 or 70mm. There's our keys for it. What's in the box? Okay, so we have our latch here. So this is a dead latch, which means that when this little latch part is pushed in, this bigger latch part becomes dead, stopping you from being able to shim open the lock. It's an adjustable 60 to 70mm latch in Tiebolt, which is the square drive Tiebolt. To adjust it, you simply push it forward. That's now 60mm, that's now 70mm. When we talk about backset, we're talking about from the edge of the door to the center of the hole. So if you were to draw a line and put a dot right there, that's where you draw your hole. Drill a 54mm hole here, come through this one, your door with a 24mm speed bore, chisel in the front, and away you go. Your latch is in. Then you come through with your lock and you simply just put it through the latch like so. Tighten up the two screws on the back. Make sure you don't squash the switch and it's in there properly. Put your two screws on the back here and here, and pretty much away you go. You've now just fitted a lock. One of the reasons I like these Tiebolts is because they're really quick and easy to fit. When you're retrofitting from one lock to the other lock, it's so much simpler. A lot of people, when they're looking for a DIY type lock, I always suggest to go for a Tiebolt, because it's as simple as taking your old lock off the door, fitting your latch, coming through, adjusting it to the 60 or the 70, and then just put those two screws in the back of it, and away you go. The lock's on the door. So it's a lot easier than compared with cylindrical type locks where they've got the latch on the side and you've got to remove the knob and the back and the dress ring and all the rest. Alright, so there's our keys there. They're 5-pin C4 or LW4 or Keyline's number is LW5, I think it is. So basically a 5-pin inline cylinder. You cannot upgrade this to restricted. The cylinders are not compatible with that, but they do have a fairly reasonable cylinder in there anyway. There's your striker plate there, standard size striker plate, I think 75 by 25 plus your lip. Nothing really to report there. With your screws there, you've got two metal threads which are used for the lock body itself. You've got 4 little tiny wooden screws there. 2 are used for your striker plate, and 2 are used for your latch on the door. You've got some instructions there, probably a couple of different languages. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal, quite an easy one to fit, so I don't think most people need them. Let's now have a look at the Carbine SL7030 Leverset in passage, 60 to 70mm adjustable. These locks are not handed, by the way, so you don't, if you're on a left-handed door, you don't need to pull the knob off and spin it round. Basically, you put it on, and because they go left to right, there's no change there. Take it out of the bag, and I'll take out what's here. So the difference between these two latches here is you might be able to see this little dead latching function. On a passage or a privacy latch, they don't have it. They can be shimmed open with a piece of plastic. So in the event of an emergency or lock failure, anything along those lines, you can shim it open. It doesn't need to have that secondary lock part. With any good privacy lock, the whole idea behind it is if somebody was to fall over in the bathroom, you could simply undo it and get into the lock without needing a key. So this part at the front here, which looks like it is a key, isn't really a key. It's just something that you can put in a coin or a key or your nail, screwdriver, and just turn it to operate the lock. That's all that is for. So when you're actually inside the bedroom or the toilet where this type of lock is most suitable for, to lock it you would simply just turn the knob on the back. Both of these locks have that in common, exact same knob on the back. When you're coming out of the room, you can either turn it to unlock it, or you could probably just push the handle down and you'll find that it'll actually go into the unlocked position anyway. The fitting is identical. The two main screws to hold the lock together, 2 for the latch, 2 for the strike, really quite easy. There's no need to take this knob off. It's not a handed lock, so you don't need to spin it around either way. You just put it straight on the door. These type of locks, Tiebolts are one of the easiest to fit. So this type of lock you could get it in passage, which is the same as this, but with no lock, no snib, no nothing. privacy, which is this one, or entrance, which is this function right here. Entrance has a key. So when it's locked, you need to use the key to unlock it. When this one's locked, you need to turn that to unlock it. One of the benefits about the privacy function is that even though the lock is locked, if somebody was to go up to the handle and try the handle, they're going to see that it's locked. They actually intentionally have to want to unlock that lock to get into it. So that is where privacy is good. It's locked to show that somebody's in there, but it's not locked to keep burglars out. As where a lock like this is locked with a key from the outside, it's designed to keep burglars out. Okay, so both very good locks, both available in our lock shop. If you put this in the locked position, I'll just do it from the inside, locked position there, oh, no, unlocked, where are we here? Okay, that's the locked position there, so it's locked on the outside. When you come up to the handle, it's free to exit. So that's a really good lock. They're available from our lock shop. You'll probably see them where you're watching this video below. We've got the range of them. Let's go through and give you some specs now, because this is the important part which a lot of people want to know, and that's how far will this lever protrude on my front door, and is it going to hit the screen door which is in front of it. And I'm getting about 63 millimeters from this point here to this point here. The rose diameter, which is this bottom footprint here, I'm going to give you a size on that, because that will allow you to know whether or not it's going to cover the footprint which is on your door at the moment. And I'm getting about 65, approximately 64 mil from there to there. So from there to there. Okay, and that's a 54 millimeter hole, and that will go about 65 over the top of it, so that should look quite nice. Okay, so these locks are available from our lock shop, drlock.com.au. Leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.
Well, hello, the one thing I love more than my corgis is Dr. Lock on YouTube. Subscribe at once.